Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to fill in and sculpt your eyebrows. This is a really crucial part in doing your makeup, and it's sometimes a little intimidating for people, so I'm going to show you how I do it personally. So first things first, you're going to want to start off with a good tool for your brows. You could use a brow pen, or you could do what I do and use eyeshadow. So what I do is I take a little eyeliner brush. It's like an angle, and this one doesn't have, it's just from like TJ Maxx or something, so it doesn't really matter. Just get one that's not too thick and that you can kind of work around. And then you're gonna want to take some eyeshadow. This one's just from an old Morphe palette. I like to take that one right there. For my hair color, personally, I go with something that's a little more on the cooler side because I just feel like it complements me a little bit better. I did used to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I used it in taupe. I don't have it right now because I ran out of it. So if you want me to show you guys how I do my brows with that when I get it, I can do that. So what I'll just do is I'll dip into that and I'll tap off the excess. And then what you want to do is you don't want to start too in your inner corner. You want to start more here, because the more closer to the head of your brow you start is when you'll start to get those like block brows, and it'll look like you kind of drew it on with Sharpie, and that's not cute. So I like to ever so slightly just go like this and go really slowly. And you can go in as many times as you'd like, but I do suggest that you start off a little lighter, because then you'll get more of a natural result. So now that I have that done right there, as you can see, the head of my brow is a little blank, which I did that intentionally. So what you're going to do is you're going to tap off the remainder basically of this, but there will still be some pigment on there, and you're going to just kind of connect it, if that makes any sense. So as you can see now, I have the pigment that I want, but it's not too blocky. The tail is not as defined as I like it though. And this is when I go in with a P. Louise brush. This one is, as you can see, it's kind of similar to the one I got at TJ Maxx. It's just a little more thinner and it goes to more of a finer point. This is the E15, and I'm just gonna go in with that same color and just kind of define it. When it comes to picking out a color, I suggest that you go lighter rather than darker, because the darker you go, and if you go too dark with your brow color, it'll be harder to correct rather than if you went in with a lighter color, because it's easier to correct that because you can always add color but you can't take away. So I'm just gonna fill that in. Don't worry about being too messy, because we're gonna go in and clean that up later. So I went ahead and did my left eyebrow off camera, and I carved it out, which is the step I will show you right now if you were curious, because I do really think it pulls the brows together so much more than if you just left it like this. And as you can see, for the tail, we kind of did get a little messy right there, which is fine because that's what this step is for. So taking a P. Louise E14 brush, I'm going to take the P. Louise base. This is in the shade 1, which is a darker white than the other one. I do prefer Rumor 2, which is the shade name, but I can't find it, so I'm going to just use 1. So as you can see, I'm going to take this, and as you would with a highlighter, you're just going to put it right there and just carve it out. As you can see, I took a little too much off, but that's okay. the thing about brows is not worrying too much if you are messing up, because you can always go in and correct them. Brows, I feel like, are the most time consuming for some people, and for some they're just like super easy. Me personally, on most days when I'm getting ready, I can get these done in like 2 minutes. But there's times where, like right now, I accidentally turned too much off, but it's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that thinner one that I use, and I'm gonna go in with that same brown shade. That's how the excess. And just kind of fill it up. I'm actually kind of glad I did that because I wanted to bring this brow a little higher. I feel like it was going a little too low for me, personally. And then I wanted to fill out my brow a little more here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just gotta do that. And then I'm gonna take this and just kind of bring that in a little bit. And then we're gonna just kind of carve that out. And this looks like a stark white. It is, but at the same time, this is gonna be a nice contrast. And this is an eyeshadow primer, which is why I do my brows first, because then I can just put this all over the lid and it's like not an issue. If you don't do super dramatic eyeshadow looks like I do though, I would recommend something closer to your foundation color. But other than that, that is pretty much all it is to filling in your brows. It's actually quite easy to do it once you have the right tools and once you just master the art of doing that. Obviously this is a little stranger now because I don't have any eyeshadow on, but if you guys want to see a full get ready with me tutorial, this will make more sense. I do have a lot of looks planned for the future, as far as eyeshadow and makeup wise, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial, demo, whatever you want to call it. It's just personally how I filled in my brows for a couple of years now, and I find it to be super simple. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more videos. Mwah.